Hey Shpalhim, hey, what is depression? And to give you one straightforward answer, in the way I see it, it's the opposite of expression. And what that means is what I will explain to you in this video. You see, expressing your authentic truth, your authentic self with a capital S. And again, I will explain it a little bit further in this video. So depression is more like an uncontracted form of energy, all right, that currently plays a big role in your life. And expression is an expansive way of your energy. So let's have a look at why you have this and how do you get out of this. Now, who am I and what do I know about this? Well, first of all, I will be sharing my own personal experience with you. I don't work in a medical profession, so basically I just share my own personal experience with you, and then take away from that what you want. So what I've noticed, you see, I always was someone that always was like hardworking, and work was like a distraction, a way to survive. And I even did work, you know, that I didn't really enjoy doing. And you know, eventually I ended up in a burnout, which is also like a stagnation of energy. And I struggled with depression and with anxiety and all those kind of things. Like, you know what, I have done everything that society expected for me to do. I made money with my business and all those sorts of things, but I'm still not happy. I'm still not enjoying myself. I still can't enjoy life. I can't experience fulfillment and all those sort of things. And of course it was a very long journey, or really to figure out like what is it that can bring me joy and fulfillment and happiness, and what is it where I can totally express myself, you know, express my inner being, express my essence. You see, the thing is, in the way I see it, why people are depressed is because they are holding on to an identity that they have created for themselves that is not in a line with who they truly are, and because of that they can't really express themselves in a very joyful way. And this identity was basically formed in a period where people had to do things in order to survive or adapt in a very harmful environment, you know, like in an environment that doesn't feel, let's say, safe and secure and loving and caring and nurturing. And that's why they formed this identity about themselves, you know, like a self-image and a perception around the world. And that became like very fearful, and fear is of course also a contracted form of energy. Okay, and again, if you can't express yourself in an authentic way, then of course you're never really going to experience any joy and fulfillment and that sort of things. So you came eventually to a point where you started to struggle with high levels of apathy, you know, like why bother, because everything I do doesn't really seem to matter anyway, because I can't really experience happiness, I can't experience joy, I can't experience love, I can't experience this or that or whatever that actually exist in your subconscious mind. And because of that, you are you're not really living life to the fullest, right? You are not really forcing yourself to, let's say, like, oh, let's say I can give you examples, or you know, on how to overcome your depression. Let's say first eat healthy, right? Put some healthy nutrition in your body, then go to the gym, work out, then maybe do work that you love doing most, and that sort of things, you know, create a different kind of career, start your own business, and you know, all those kind of things. And right now you're in a position like, you know what, why bother? I don't want to hear that, because everything I do, it brings me to a dead end road anyway, where I can't experience any form of happiness and love and joy and that sort of things. So the first thing you actually need to do is shift your mind from this contracted form of energy that you're currently holding on to, and you need to break out of this identity that you have created for yourself and learn to step above yourself, step above, let's say, your lower self, right? That contains the ego. The ego created an identity, all right? The ego is your identity, because you say, I am this, I have that, all right? So the ego is your identity. I'm not saying that is wrong, it is just a part of you, alright? It is part of who you are. Another part of that is that you are so much more than that. You have thoughts, you have emotions, but you are so much more than just that. So what you should be focusing on right now is to learn to step above yourself. And there's no long practices, you know, you basically need first really start to exercise your mental body, okay? Because let's say every thought that you're thinking, every thought of course contains a different kind of frequency, all right? So basically what you should be focusing on right now is to change the frequency of the thoughts, you know, because if you have to do things from yourself, if you are used to your thinking patterns that you're holding on to, that probably you're not even aware of, because you're holding on to these patterns for, you know, maybe years or even decades, because that's why you actually first need to work with frequencies that can change your thought patterns, okay? And you maybe have heard about theta brainwaves. You know, there are different kind of brainwaves that will stimulate different parts of your brain, okay? And if you would like to learn more about what theta is, the benefits, and if there is any neuroscience about that, then I will leave a link below this video where you can check it out for yourself. I will send some more information to your email box. Just go to the page, leave your details, and then automatically you will receive that information in your email box. And then in that presentation you will learn more about the neuroscience of theta brainwaves. Alright, so first, you know, make sure is that you're going to change the frequency of your brain, and then you over time, you know, by only practicing let's say 50 minutes a day for let's say 1 month or so, is then eventually you will start to create different kind of thought patterns, and then you can move to the next level and practice more, let's say, about mindfulness and meditation. And you know, maybe you say, you know what, I'm not going into let's say brain dead entertainments or junk foods and that sort of things. I'm going to get out more into let's say nature, and where you can practice your mindfulness by focusing on your breathing and focusing on your environment, and then your thoughts becomes less important, because right now you think that's so important because that's your identity, that thinks about itself. And from there you can grow to a whole other level of personal development and self-acquisition. So again, if that's something that interests you, then click on the link below this video and have fun with this. Paul here from London. Take care for now. Bye bye.